Dear students, welcome back to my YouTube channel MCB ChemTube, and this is an online chemistry tutorial, and you can get my previous videos from my personal page or from my YouTube channel. And we are going to discuss the new topic, stereochemistry. And in this first lecture, I would like to discuss with you conformation of some molecules like ethane cyclohexane and methane cyclohexane and its relative stability of each conformer. So our learning objectives are to understand conformation and stability of ethane, cyclohexane and methane cyclohexane. And before going to the details, let us understand what is mean by what are the types of stereoisomers or isomers. Isomers are broadly classified into two. One is constitutional isomer. It is also called structural isomer, and second one is stereoisomer. First one, constitutional isomers differ in bond sequence. For example, 2-methylhexane and 3-methylhexanes are constitutional isomer, and you can see the difference at this structure of molecule. Methane is at the second position in first case and in third position in second case. So these both isomers differ in bond sequence. Whereas in stereoisomers have same bond sequence but differ in orientation of atoms in space. So stereochemistry means the study of three-dimensional structure of molecule. And you can see that in this particular structure, the stereoisomer, both structures are same. The difference is the orientation of these structures in space. Next one, classification of stereoisomers. Stereoisomerism can be classified into configurational isomers and conformational isomer. And configurational isomerism can be further classified into optical isomers and geometrical isomers. The optical isomerism arises due to chirality of molecule, whereas geometrical isomerism arises due to restricted rotation of bond. And this one, conformational isomerism. So what is conformational isomerism? It is due to different spatial arrangement of atoms or group and which are interconvertible by rotation about single bond. So this isomerism is due to rotation about single bond. These conformers are interconvertible by rotation about single bond. And the major difference between conformational isomerism and configurational isomers are like this. And the conformational isomerism, as I said, it arises due to free rotation about single bond. But there is no free rotation here, so each isomer will be specific and specific spatial rearrangement, and that's a characteristic of a particular isomer. Whereas in conformational isomerism, conversion takes place. So conversion from one isomer to another involves rotation of one part with another. So in a molecule, one part can rotate with another in conformational isomers. Whereas in configurational isomerism, conversion into another involves bond cleavage. Here, what is rotation? Here, bond cleavage and reformation. And in conformational isomerism, interconversion is fast because this is a single bond, it can rotate very fast. Because rotational barrier is slow, that is why it is rotating very fast. And configurational isomerism, interconversion is difficult because there is a barrier for rotation, bond cleavage take place. Okay, and in conformational isomerism, it is rapidly interconvertible. That is, they are dynamic, very fast. And since it is a rapidly interconvertible, you cannot separate it. It is non-separable, okay, at normal condition. Whereas configurational isomers are independent existence and they are static, not very rapidly converting and having very rigid properties. And coming to the topic of conformation of ethane, and this is the structure of ethane, CH3 and CH3, you can see that. And this representation does not give much information about the properties. And there are other drawings for ethane. This is the one type of drawing, and you can see that this is a front carbon. If you are view from this, you can see that this is front, this is back carbon. This is the model of ethane. This one is the front carbon, and this is the back carbon, right? And here you can this arrangement, the wedge bond, that is, this is wedge bond. It is coming out of the plane. Suppose this is your plane, and this hydrogen and carbon hydrogens are in same plane, and this one is out of the plane, and the dash one is into the plane. So this is towards you, and this is away from you, or if you are looking from this direction. And the same representation or model you can see here. This hydrogen is out of plane, and this is into the plane, this hydrogen. And here these two hydrogens are downward, and these two hydrogens are up, and this is in same plane. So this representation is called, this is the one of the conformation of ethane is called staggered conformation. And the conformation is, you can get another conformation for ethane. This is a single bond rapidly rotating. So conformations are different arrangement of atoms that result from bond rotation. This due to bond rotation. Bond rotation due to free rotation about CC single bond. So this can be this rapidly interconvertible, and it can form many conformations. So the first conformation we already seen, this one, this is staggered due to rotation about CC single bond. This is the perspective structure or formula of this ethane. This we have already seen. Another drawing of ethane, we can represent it by Sauerhaus projection and Newman projection. In Sauerhaus projections, it is like a Sauerhaus, you can see that, and this one is the front carbon, and this is the back carbon. You can see that this front carbon, and this hydrogen is on right direction to you, and this wedge one is right to you, and this dash one is left to you if you are looking at this direction, and this dash is left to you, and this is in same plane, the same plane of the paper. And the same structure can also be drawn in Newman projection, and usually this carbon is represented by a dot here. This is front carbon, and this circle is back carbon. And this front carbon, this hydrogen, you can see it on your right direction, and this hydrogen is on your left, and this is front carbon, and this hydrogen is here, and this is back carbon, and this one is here, this one you can see it here, and this one on your left, and this hydrogen is at the bottom. So this is a different representation of staggered conformation. Suppose you are rotating this in about a single bond, or rotating about 60 degree, and this is the one plane of this hydrogen, and this is the another plane. This is shown in here in blue, and suppose you are rotating this one 60 degree to here, what happens? Let us see what happens if you are rotating this hydrogen at a 60 degree. So you get another conformation that is called eclipsed conformation. Eclipse means in same direction. So suppose you are rotating this hydrogen in the 60, and these two will be in the same plane. It will be in the same plane, and this one, this hydrogen, will be in same plane to this hydrogen that you can see here, and this one will be in same plane to this one, and that you can see here. So this is the eclipsed conformation, and the Sauerhaus projection of eclipse is, it is like this, and these two hydrogens are in same plane, and these two are in same plane, and these are same plane, and this is the Newman projection, and this is the front carbon, and back carbon is circle, and all these are in same plane. So for viewing this, we are just slightly rotated this hydrogen. Actually, this should be exactly back to this hydrogen. Okay, so this is the second confirmation. So for ethane, there are two conformations that you have to learn. One is staggered conformation, another one is eclipsed conformation, right? And next, relative stability of staggered and eclipsed conformation. This is the potential energy diagram of staggered and eclipsed, and you can see that this is staggered is in energy minima, whereas eclipsed in energy maxima. So eclipse, this is energy this is having high potential energy than staggered, about 12 kilojoule per mole. What is the reason for that? The electron in CH bond will repel each other. This, if they are very close, get closed. So in eclipse, these two hydrogens are, all hydrogens are very close. So the electrons in CH bond get repel each other. So whereas in staggered, the bonds are far, little bit far. So there is less repulsion. That is why this is having less energy. Whereas in eclipsed, these are very close and they are less stable. And there will be a torsional strain. Torsional strain. So torsional, this repulsion felt by a bonding due to bonding electron in CH bond. Okay. So when compared to stability of staggered and eclipsed are less stable. And next one, conformation of cyclohexane. There are two types of conformation we have to learn here, and this is the just representation of cyclohexane. That doesn't give much information. And also this carbon like to be in tetrahedral shape. Carbon, it is sp3 hybridized, and it should have 109 degree, 9.5 degree bond angle. So the most stable, this best structure, acute structure for cyclohexane is a chair conformation. And this chair conformation, this is backward structure having bond angle 111 degree. It is like this, similar to, this is almost, the bond angle is similar to tetrahedral shape. So all adjacent bonds here are staggered, not eclipsed. So this is the chair conformation. This is exactly like chair. You can see that this shape looks like a chair. So this is called chair conformation. And this is the first carbon, this is second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth and sixth carbon. And this is the model of cyclohexane. The first carbon is here, and you can count the carbon as shown here. And here there are two kinds of hydrogens are here. One is axial hydrogen, another one is equatorial hydrogen. And you have an axial plane here, and the hydrogen along with this axis are called axial hydrogen. So this is the axis. So the hydrogen along with this axis are called axial. So first carbon, you can see that this is along with the axis, and it is pointing upward. And in second carbon, this is along with the axis, but at the same time, it is alternatively, if it is pointing upward, this will be downward. And alternatively, third carbon will be pointing towards the upward direction. And fourth one, axial one, will be downward direction. And fifth one, it will be in upward, and the sixth one, it will be in downward. And all six of CH bond pointed up and to down, this parallel to the axis. That is called axial hydrogen. And there are six another hydrogen, equatorial hydrogen. And equatorial hydrogen usually it is along the equator. This is equator. Okay, all these are along the equator. You can see this is equatorial, and this is equatorial, this is equatorial, this is equatorial, and this one is equatorial. So other 6 carbon bond pointed along the equator. And moreover, this chair conformation, there are 2 conformers, and they are rapidly interconverted between 2 stable conformation. And this is due to the ease of free rotation between carbon-carbon single bond. And this is known as ring flick. And you can see this is the first structure of chair conformation. Only the difference in this case is you should push this carbon up, push up. That is called ring flick. If it push up, it will come here, and you pull this carbon down, it will come here. So at the same time, when you pull down this one, the axial hydrogen here become equatorial, and equatorial hydrogen become axial. That's the difference. So these are the chair conformation. I have 1, 2 rapidly interconvertible structure. And the next one, conformation of cyclohexane, another second conformation, that is called Bode conformation. So what is the difference in Bode? It is structurally, it is exactly like Bode. The shape, you can see that this is Bode. How does this Bode conformation form? Bode conformation has bond angle similar to tetrahedron 109.5 degree, and because of that it is free of angle strain. How this the Bode conformation form, only the difference is the footrest in chair conformation, that is, this part is called footrest. This was the footrest in chair. So just that fold upward, that's enough for it will form the Bode conformation. And in this Bode conformation, you can see this is called flagpole. You can see in Bode there will be flag at the end in upward direction. This part is called flagpole part, flagpole, and this hydrogen is flagpole hydrogen. And these 2 flagpole hydrogens are in the same plane and they are eclipsed. And what is the problem with that? Then coming to if you study the relative stability of chair and Bode, you can see that these flagpoles are eclipsed, even though it is having 109 degree and it is free of angle strain, but at the same time it has a torsional strain. This torsional strain is due to the hydrogen at this flagpole position. So flagpole hydrogens are eclipsed to each other, which interfere each other, and it causes torsional strain. So hence, Bode form is less stable than chair form. Next one, third one, conformation of methyl cyclohexane, and it has a chair structure like this. This is the chair structure of methyl cyclohexane, and there are 2 types of chair structure. In first case, methyl substituent at axial position. So this one at axial position, and it interconvert between Bode and another chair. This is in this chair conformation, methyl group is at equatorial position. You can see it here, and this is rapidly interconvertible. And this methyl at equatorial position or axial position, which one is more stable? That's a question. So if methyl is at axial position, that is here, one problem is that this is a bulky group, and this bulky group can interact the hydrogen at 3rd carbon and 5th carbon, and they are little bit closer, and there is a possibility of repulsion here. So methyl substituent at equatorial position, you cannot see such type of interaction. So methyl at equatorial positions are more stable because substituent has more room and no steric interaction. But axial methyl group can interact sterically with hydrogen on C3 and C5, and this is called 1,3-diaxial interaction. So this is due to 1,3-diaxial interaction, the methyl substituent at axial positions are less stable than the methyl substituent at equatorial position. So that's about relative stability and summary. So we have studied many things. There are two types of conformation for ethane. That's first one is staggered, and one is eclipse. And we found that staggered one is more stable than eclipse. And in the case of cyclohexane, chair and board conformations are there. And chair conformation was found to be having relative stability than board form. And in methyl cyclohexane chair conformation, in which methyl substituent at the equatorial position is more stable than the methyl at axial position due to 1,3-diaxial interaction. Okay, thank you for watching. That's all. See you in next video.